Hello and welcome to the AVLAN video guide for the Denon AVR-4310 home cinema receiver. We're going to take you through the features of this receiver, its connections and its setup menus. The Denon AVR-4310 is an indirect replacement for the AVR-4308A, sharing similar chassis size to the AVR-3828A. It's 130 watts per channel receiver with 6 HDMI inputs, one on the front panel, and networking capabilities. The AVR-4310 also supports Odyssey DSX and Dolby Pro Logic 2Z for extra front spatial speakers, both high and wide. On the left hand side of the front panel here you can see the source select control. Underneath that is the source tuning presets, zone, video select buttons, and then the main standby and main power on and off buttons. We'll have a look under that main flap underneath the display in just a moment. On the right hand side there you can see the main volume control and the quick select 1, 2 and 3 buttons. Thank you Mr. Hand. Underneath the flap you can see the front HDMI input, the USB input for iPod Direct, which will connect over USB to modern iPods, the analog video inputs and the setup and navigation buttons and the 1/4" headphone jack. Moving into the rear panel now, you see on the bottom left as we zoom in is the trigger and RS-232 ports for custom installation purposes, just below the tuner input there. Above that are the composite S-video and analog audio inputs, and also you see on the right there the zone pre-outs. At the top you've got your HDMI inputs and one output. There's the 5 in with the one on the front, remember the 6. And the dual HDMI outputs. Connecting to Sky HD or a Blu-ray player, you've got your component inputs there. You can see the external multi-channel in and the pre-outs just as well. There's the Denon 4th, which is the first amp to natively come with Denon 4th for jitter-free audio playback of the new HD sound formats. The Ethernet connection we saw up there for streaming images and audio across your home network, and the rear USB port. And now we're going to show you how to set up the unit for banana plugs. You just need to take the small black bungs out of the back of the unit, so you just take a small screw, just take that in there, and just by law, because the product's made for the entirety of it, they have to come with the bungs in the back of them, but once you've removed those you can see they will easily take a banana plug, and then you just take your 4mm banana plug and pop them into the terminals like so. Okay, now it's time to take you under the lid of the Denon AVR-4310. Moving on to the internal part of the unit now, you see the first thing that will catch your eye really is the rather large heatsink at the front of the unit and the power transformer on the left. You can see the amplification boards attached directly to the heatsink, the small things with the Denon logos on there, just scrolling past the top of the screen now. Excuse me. And then coming into shot now is the main power transformer for the unit. So it's quite a large transformer there. And then moving backwards, you should see coming into shot just about now is the network card. There we go. It's the network card for the unit, and then across the top is the HDMI video board. You see the inputs and outputs there. There's the dual outputs, and then there's the HDMI inputs just there. And then the various different chipsets on the unit. Fortunately, we can't see many more of the other boards as they're all hidden underneath the HDMI board. See, it's a fairly well packed out unit. Another smaller heatsink there, and then back onto those amplification boards, just due to space constraints of the unit. Obviously, everything has to be packed in quite tightly, which is why the rear panel's so sort of busy.